Hi guys, oh my god, do you guys remember when I used to walk in during the start of a video? Or did I walk out? I used to walk in, I'm pretty sure, but then I got this camera and the focus does not work when you... Oh no, that's pretty good. Anyway, hi guys, my name's Emma and let's talk spooky stuff. So today I want to talk to you guys about a film that came out this year called Viral. And I actually have some really good descriptions for this film. My first description would be just to list what the director has done lately in terms of highbrow horror, Paranormal Activity 3, Paranormal Activity 4, and Nerve. So if you blend them together in a kind of way, you get the feel of this horror movie. Not so much the story, but definitely the feel. So if you like all of those films, this one is for you. But personally, I would describe it as a John Green book that unfolds while a viral outbreak is taking place. So this film follows a main character and she's just moved to a new town. Her parents are going through something a little bit tough. She doesn't really know what's going on with her family. She has her older sister with her. And then something weird happens at school, in her new school, and her friend gets ill. And she feels a bit weird about it. She's not sure how serious this whole thing is. There's stuff on the news, you can see where I'm going here. And she gets home and her father leaves to go pick up their mother at the airport, and lo and behold, her and her sister are locked in the house by themselves and they're told not to leave. Obviously, this is a viral outbreak movie. You get where I'm going with all of this. But the thing is, with this movie, it's quite clever because it does test the boundaries between zombie films and viral films and explain kind of what it actually is. And I really like that about this film. It had like this little sector in it where they actually kind of made a joke out of it, which is something that I'm always curious about because myself personally, I don't really watch a lot of viral outbreak or zombie films anymore. I don't really like the whole action type thing, and I feel like there's so many of them. That's cool if you're into that, but I'm more into the paranormal realm. So it was good that I kind of tricked myself into watching this film because I wasn't completely 100% sure what it was about, but it definitely had some different elements that I really liked. Let's start off with elements I didn't really like. Number one was, I don't know if I liked it or didn't like it. It was the cheesy storyline that was kind of threaded throughout, which is the John Green book that I referred to before. The main girl, it kind of has this crush on a guy and they're sending, paper airplanes to each other and it's all cutesy. It's kind of weird to see that in a virus outbreak movie, but at the same time, it is something we haven't seen before, so it's kind of interesting. But I think that this movie is meant to appeal to a younger demographic than myself, possibly people, early teenagers, mid-teenagers, definitely not really 20s to 30s. I definitely recommend younger. So if you're a younger person watching this, definitely check this movie out. I think it'll be more relatable for you than it was for me. And another thing I wasn't a huge fan of, it definitely had an open type ending in a way. I'm not giving away anything, don't worry, where it's open for a sequel, and I can almost guarantee there will be a sequel to this film, which with all virus films or viral films or zombie films, there never really is an end, it's always the end of the world or the main character dies. So it is one of those films that I kind of avoid in that respect. But on to the good stuff. The good stuff about this film, there's a few good things that I really liked. Number one, I really liked the characters. They're really likable. They took time to explain them and develop them a little bit before they got into it. Another thing I really liked is there was a lot of subplots. So there was a lot of different things going on, and sometimes I don't like that, but I really like that in this film. It kept it more than like one-dimensional, and it kept the characters more, they gave them more depth, while they're having other problems while this virus outbreak's going on, they're worried about this, I kind of like that, and it's more of a real complicated situation than really like a straightforward we must survive situation, which of course sometimes is great, but it's nice to see something else with a few more layers. Another thing that I really liked about it is because it is a viral type outbreak, it had like a parasite type esque feel to it that felt kind of monstery or alien-y, and I really liked that take on it. It kind of reminded me of The Mist, even though it's not The Mist at all, but that kind of fantasy little aspect. There's a tinge of it which I really liked, and it brought something different to what could have been a zombie flick. But the thing I probably like the most about this film is it is different to any other virus outbreak, zombie film, whatever you want to call them, because the fact that it shows every single instance of them before it all all happens, as it's happening, just like little aspects and little moments that you wouldn't normally see in any other film. Normally they cut from like, 1 to 100. I guess that's what gave the characters a lot of depth and made them feel like they were real people, because you could kind of, although they were like teeny boppers, you could kind of like carry the journey with them, and I really like that. Once you've explained who they are, there's nothing else to really explain about the story, because there is such like a traveling kind of motion throughout the story. I thought it was alright for what it was. I'm not a huge fan of this type of film. I'm not really a huge fan of like teen films either. You know me, I like my disgusting, disturbing stuff. It does have a few gory moments in this film, but it's not really my scene for horror. But I'm really glad I watched something new and different, because I felt like I was just watching the same fucking movies over and over. So I really enjoyed seeing this, and it kind of brought a different aspect to the 2016 horror scene. I'm gonna give this one a personal score of 5 because it's actually an alright movie, but the other 5 is kind of my personal preference. That's why it's my personal score. Scare, I'm gonna give it a 4. It was some kind of scary scenes and some gory scenes, and it depends what you're scared by, but I don't want something affecting my fucking body. Originality, I'm gonna give it a 3 because it's not really that original at all, but I like the way it was put together. Have you guys seen this film? Let me know down below what you thought and if you think it's worth a watch. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Stay spooky. Bye.